flat earthers like Flatzoid seem to take ignorance to the Dunning Kruger level.
That was Globomom. This is... wow.
Welcome everyone! I hopped on YouTube this morning and found this community post from Flatzoid.
Hey guys, thanks for coming. Well, as you can see, we got Globomom on, and she's trying to debunk a comment I made apparently. Please do sit back. Let's enjoy it as we go through with her and see how the Dunning Kruger effect is actually from her side. Enjoy.
Why do we get plagued with these stupid questions? One single question no flat earther can answer. Where does the sun go at night? Yep, something as simple as a sunset baffles you guys. Night is simply absence of the daylight, aka the sun moves away and the limited light can only reach so far. Maybe stop a king stupid questions and people might take you seriously. To be clear, he meant asking, not a king. Apparently, he had issues with his eyes this morning and let spell check do its thing and didn't bother to proofread it.
Good to see you guys. Thank you all for coming. What a start. Yeah, I'm a bit blind, so I can't see anything tonight, like as in hardly anything. But what I do see is sort of what's going on. Very blurry, but I do see. But it's good to have you all here.
Also, AKA is not the right phrase of words to use in that context, but I'll forgive him since English is not his first language. The following comment was posted under this community post.
Flatzoid, you should stay away from any topic that could involve science. It's very clear that you are not in the slightest interested in figuring out how things work. Quote, night is absence of the daylight. Technically true, but here in Norway, the north anyway, we have 24-hour sun. Is there not night here then? Quote, limited light can only reach so far, unquote. Then how far? Light is a subject that we know very much about, so range should be very well known. How far does quote-unquote daylight reach? We could also get into the source of daylight, but we have already stated that quote-unquote perhaps daylight does not come from the sun. Gotta be careful not to claim anything, right? These quote-unquote answers that you graciously provide to our questions are just ramblings from ignorance.
Flatzoid's Dunning Kruger came out per usual in this reply.
You serious?
Firstly, that's not science, so you are stuck in a category error. Not a very good start for your argument, especially if you are trying to ad hom me, lol. Anyway, the time zones are set to the sun's path based on GMT, so claiming it's night does not make it so. Noun, Britannica Dictionary definition of nighttime. The time of darkness between one day and the next. The time of day when no light from the sun can be seen. I do not need to provide how far or anything as the question was about where the sun goes at night. It was answered. If you have claims on distance and so forth, then that is your burden, not mine. So next time, don't go and project your ignorance on to me.
Okay, let's address Flatzoid's points one at a time. Firstly, that's not science, so you are stuck in a category error. Not a very good start for your argument, especially if you are trying to ad hom me, lol. Since Flatzoid used the Britannica Dictionary, I will be using that for any and all definitions. Let's take a look at what it states the definition of science is. Science. Any system of knowledge that is concerned with the physical world and its phenomena, and that entails unbiased observations and systematic experimentation.
No, it's definitely not science. Keyword here, experimentation. If you knew anything about science, you would know the IV would be the cause, for the DV would be the effect observed. So in other words, how are you going to vary and manipulate your IV to figure out the cause? You can't. In other words, the sunset and sunrise, as you put it, is not scientific. It's simply affirming the consequence based on your begging the question fallacy. It's circular reasoning, not science. So yes, not scientific.
In general, a science involves a pursuit of knowledge covering general truths or the operations of fundamental laws. An ad hom is the argument ad hominem, speaking against the man rather than to the issue, in which the premises may only make a personal attack on a person who holds some thesis, instead of offering grounds showing why what he says is false. I would say that there was no ad hom, just an observational criticism.
So you claiming he's saying you should stay away from any topic that involves science. That would be an ad hominem fallacy, because you are attacking the character, in other words calling me ignorant to the subject. That's an ad hominem fallacy.
Because Flatzoid loves semantics, let's look up what a criticism is. The act of expressing disapproval and of noting the problems or faults of a person or thing. The act of criticizing someone or something. So, per the definition of night, up in the Arctic Circle and in some places in Antarctica, when they get 24-hour sun, there is no night. However, day and night are arbitrary terms as well as literal ones. I mean, a 24-hour day can consist of dawn, morning, afternoon, dusk, evening, and night. Last point.
I do not need to provide how far or anything, as the question was about where the sun goes at night. It was answered. If you have claims on distance and so forth, then that is your burden, not mine. So next time, don't go and project your ignorance onto me.
He never did answer where the sun goes. Night is simply absence of the daylight, aka the sun moves away and the limited light can only reach so far. He never did answer where the sun goes. Night is simply absence of the daylight, aka the sun moves away and the limited light can only reach so far. He just said it moved away, which is a non-answer, and shifted the burden of proof. He never did answer where the sun goes. He just said it moved away, which is a non-answer, and shifted the burden of proof. He never did answer where the sun goes. And of course, we need to see what ignorant means, because Flatzoid feels as though ramblings of ignorance is an insult, which it may have been, and feels the need to reply in kind. Ignorance, a lack of knowledge, understanding, or education. The state of being ignorant. Not everyone knows the same things or how to do the same things, which makes us all ignorant at one time or another. However, flat earthers like Flatzoid seem to take ignorance to the Dunning Kruger level.
Okay.
Instead of gaining new knowledge, understanding, or education, they just prefer to plug their ears, close their eyes, and claim their reality is true reality.
Hey guys, it's Chris. I want to take a second and talk to you about bigotry.